Sorry guys, just doing battle with the kangaroo out the backyard. I got him. Now it's time to talk about that Nasdaq. See you in a second. The black screen was just for effect, guys. The black screen was just for effect. How is everyone doing? Welcome to the 300 viewers already out there. Let me just quickly announce to the world that we are live. It's Friday, guys. And you know, Friday brings randomness with it. That's what happens. Let me just quickly get this link. Everyone enjoying the morning, enjoying the bull market is back. I'm feeling good things, guys. Good things about the markets after yesterday's moves. They were good. Good moves. If you're a bull, they're good. If you're a bear, that was a bit nasty. It looks like the market wanted to make the decision. All right, I'm going to share this in the Discord community. By the way, if you're not in the Discord community, get involved. Look how many people are in here, guys. Look at them all. The thousands and thousands of them out there. All of the community rooms. Amazing stuff. All right, let's just quickly share this. We'll just put at everyone. We are now live. Come get in on the action with the kangaroos. All right, here we go. Sending it through. There we are. All right, thank you very much, guys, for bearing with me there. Here we go. Black screen of suspense is done. Black screen of suspense is done. We've got the Friday beer, which is going to be Hoegaarden today, Johnny. If you're there, Johnny, we've got Hoegaarden. It's a pretty good beer. It's a Belgian beer, I think. It's pretty good, man. So there we go. We're ready with that. And, of course, we've got our Nasdaq ready. Our Bitcoin is moving as well. So where do we get started today? Where do we get started? I think the Nasdaq's probably the most timely place to get started. Let me just quickly make sure I've got all this stuff ready. There we go. So Nasdaq broke through our resistance yesterday, broke through this 13,400 zone and kind of shot off to the moon. Now, there are two theoretical ways that this can play out. One way, well, there's always three theoretical ways, but most likely there could be a small pullback. Now, usually you see from the top down a level being tested. So usually you'll have kind of like a market coming back down to the level, testing it from the top down, finding buyer pressure, and then moving off. In recent times, we haven't seen this as much because of the algorithms, because of the amount of trades that are going through, the fast repaced action of these markets. But this was a very bullish sign. I'll explain to you why through all charts if you didn't watch today's video. First, look at this. Above both moving averages, 20 and the 50 moving average, just straight through them, guys. It's above, that's bullish. You've also got, of course, this bullish signal here. Then you go to the QQQ. We look at this, breaking above. Obviously, the closure is there. You can see the market is up 0.4% currently. Further bullish action happening. Basically, it's like a double bottom in the market. That double bottom's kind of predicting a 340 movement in this market as well. And I think what we need to think about is that this is what we're seeing on the Nasdaq. Now, if you go to the S&P 500, it's slightly behind. From an S&P 500 perspective, this is a very strong candle pattern formation, but we've still got that 4180 to deal with. So 4180, little closure above that. I'm not really seeing one bearish signal in the market. And I wish I was, because, I wanted a bigger correction for a longer period of time. And I think what this means is that let's talk about sequences. Let's talk about where we are in market dynamics. It probably means we have a second correction this year. So rather than just a one big correction with some sideways momentum, if this does go and crack new all-time highs, I would expect something like that August, September period to also be quite negative. Now, I don't have the monthly history up yet. We'll be doing the analysis on the weekend and through our Monday session. It's been such a busy week because of this crypto stuff and everything else. But when we get together and we do it next, I think we'll have a very clean idea of which months are going to be solid for us this year. And also, if we continue to expect a second corrective session. Now, some people say, but Tom, it didn't correct during May. It did come down. I mean, it has May been in a horrible month. I mean, I would say it's not been a positive month. On the Nasdaq, it came down 8%. So we need to remember that. Go over to the FANG. Sometimes people call the FANG or these kind of markets very good bull signals and very good signals in general. We've got support, resistance, slap that through yesterday with, of course, some strength. This actually was a pretty good find here on the daily with this bullish hammer. I guess we were kind of more optimistic yesterday about a market getting through 41.20 and going long. Probably should have been even more bullish yesterday, just because this is a strong candle and it was really showing us the way forward, especially when it got a little bit higher. But I think we already knew that as soon as that 13,000, Nasdaq 13,200 break high happened, we were going to 13.4. So I guess this is just one of the precursor signals. So I'm mostly seeing bull here. Always pays to be optimistic in the markets, but I do think that that's where we're at. What do you guys think? What does everyone think for the next week? Do you reckon it's going long or it's going short? Let me know. Let me just quickly test these as well. There we go. All right, they work perfect. Good. Oh, my God. Tom will be smoking paper hands, drinking Hogarden while eating shrimp cooked over candles. Does that mean I have no light? So I can't afford why am I eating shrimp over candles, man? What the heck? I thought I'd go grab a beer too. Won't trade tonight then. I don't drink trade. Good. What the heck? Tommy is having a brewski and suddenly feeling the urge. No. I've got it here mostly as show for Johnny because he loves Foster's so much. He keeps buying these Foster's. He just found out that Foster's isn't actually brewed in Australia. Johnny, no one has it here, man. I haven't seen Foster's. I don't even know if I've ever seen Foster's in Australia. I don't think I've ever seen it here. So look, first up, market looks long. That's what we're looking at. Now the question is, where is the opportunity? So I just want to quickly click through a few of these pre-markets now because I haven't seen some of them. Let me bring up the pre-market. And yes, we'll get into the crypto very soon, guys. The crypto will come very soon. If you're out there and you haven't clicked the like button, do it now if you can. Do it now if you can. Okay, so market, what's going on? Crazy speculation. Riot blockchain, Mara up again, Tilray up, Sundial, okay. Peloton, over 100, very nice. That's a big resistance break if we can get above there. Palantir, 2130, remains the level we're looking at for Palantir holders. And then we go over to the screener. Let me pull this aside. Let's click this thing. Okay, so what's up? Coinbase continues its rampage up. Chris, we kind of picked that one. I think that Coinbase was mispriced yesterday. And I think considering also when you think about it, Bitcoin's barely moved. It's just stabilized. So that initial shock in Coinbase was because they thought the market was going to just completely crash. And because we've got stabilization, it's now picking back up. Spotify, might have a look at the stock today with you guys. Shopify as well. There are some of these stocks that are breaking through. Square's up 207. So it looks like a pretty decent day for those kind of companies. Where I'm wondering whether we have problems is going to be probably in things like banks. So whether we see like more of that rotation where the banks kind of don't go up at the same time, whether materials don't go up as much, whether the industrials don't come up as much. I'll be very interested in seeing how that all goes. Massey says Hogarden is a good beer. Yeah, it's pretty good. It is pretty good. Bitcoin haters are quiet today. Bitcoin's interesting. Is it a good moment to get into CRISPR? Oh, we can bring up CRISPR. You know, we love the old healthcare stocks. The main problem with CRISPR is it is the leader in this type of technology. So I've done a little bit of reading about this Beam and the other two competitors. There's actually a cool guy on YouTube. He deserves more subs. Maybe we'll give him a bit of a shout out. He's a cool guy. He's like a medical student. The poor guy, and he has 400 subs, and he does his little CRISPR stuff. And you know, this is just how unfair YouTube is. I mean, I can see why his content doesn't get through, but at the same time, he's putting in good work, and I think he needs a shout out. So I'll shout him out on Monday on this, and maybe we'll even watch one of his videos. Would you guys like to do that? If I get let's say some good YouTube content, or even like Twitter content, if I share it with the community, I don't really see there's any problem with that one. Sharing's caring, so we might find some good stuff and share it through. Okay, so firstly, CRISPR. One of the things that I noticed as well is this company has about 4.3 years worth of money on the bank, unless their cash burn goes up faster. Very important when it comes to fundamentals. These companies need a lot. Beam, for example, has 0.7. So my concern with Beam is if you only have 0.7, what do you guys think that means for a company like Beam? Like, if you have only less than a year worth of cash to run your business, you're valued at $4 billion. What is the number one thing that a stock is going to do during that time? What is the number one stock? Are we allowed to watch other people's YouTube videos on YouTube? Or does it like demonetize us? Anyone know that answer? I'm going to guess it demonetizes us, which sucks. Sucks. So CRISPR is cool stock. It's already moved. We kind of theorized this thing was bottoming out recently when we were down here. But I like the fact that it's gotten through this point. So when it got through this 108, to me, it was showing a lot of strength. I think that if you're going to hold this for 10 years, if you're going to the completion of, let's say, round one for the drug, which I think is like 2024, 2025, that area, then of course, is this a good level? Hey, you know, you're getting a discount still at today's rate at 46%. Now, that was obscene, but 46%. You're also getting a rate that was found last October still, or very close to last October. So I think that this is an underappreciated area in the market right now. I also know it's a mid-cycle area. So if you're talking about cycles, I think I've got it up here. Let me just see if I can get it for you. We've got a lot of clicks up here. It's definitely not that one. It's not that one. So many. I don't know why Grab's up here. Anyway, I don't know where the hell it is. But the point is that mid-cycle is usually a great time for healthcare. The other great thing about healthcare is if we've done it on Coifin, which we can do again right now. You guys seem to enjoy this stuff. So let's load up Coifin. So, here's Coifin. If you don't have Coifin, get Coifin. It's free. It's cool. So if you go to like 10 years plus, there's 20 years in this, but we won't pick that up right now. And you expand this out. We'll do that quickly. So we'll go 20 years. 10 years is fine. So what you'll notice is that, see, what are the best performing indices? Actually, I want to go back. There we go. So with the 10 years, which are the best performing ones? Okay, so the best performing ones are XLY, consumer discretionary, XLK, technology, XLV, healthcare. Okay, now with this new idea, now when they came through, guys, about 2012. So 2012, that's 3 years after the recovery, 2 to 3 years after the recovery, healthcare greatly outperformed anything else in the market. And then near the end, it greatly outperformed anything else in the market because it's picked up by funds over this period. It's like a defensive mid-cycle and late-cycle investment. Now, if you believe in biotech, you believe in this idea of people basically paying whatever it takes to do genomic changes, genomic resequencing. I think it's a cool area that, again, is underappreciated this current market. Now, if we get rotation here, these could already start firing. They're not going to fire hard for a couple of years. So it depends what your kind of, super long-term, super investment cycling is. And of course, we're traders here, but even from a trade perspective, these are starting to really kind of look like a lot tastier. Like take ARKG for an example, and I'm going to put a lot more stocks of interest in here for you guys, because I know we are predominantly a stock channel, but we still talk about crypto for the time being. You look at ARKG, has this thing based? It's possible. Like, I don't think Cathie Wood is bad at picking these. I mean, she got CRISPR, she got others very early. I think that her team is pretty good at picking some of these. I don't quite understand Beam. It looks good, but it has no money, which means capital raise, by the way. I didn't answer that one. Capital raise is like the evilest thing you can find in the stock market. Capital buyback, like AMD's doing, glorious, but capital raise, not so good. Hyperstonks up in the pre-market, absolutely Fox, because what's happening here is they're all looking, they're like, how are we buying these banks? Well, at the moment, this is what Wall Street and I personally think is going to happen to banks. Like that. It's boring. Look, so you have the banks, but how would you buy the bank? You put a sold covered call on the bank, and what you do at the moment is you're still getting enough delta, enough IV, implied volatility to actually get a very good stabilized return on banks. That's the way that many big bankers are investing in it. What we're looking at here is we're looking at basically a bottom 72, and a closure out that's occurred here. So a closure out that's occurred with some stabilization. Now, once this ARKG fund gets above like this 81, it's doing well. And I don't really TA this type of stuff. I don't bother TAing the fund because I rather TA the companies within it. But what you've got to be careful of, if you invest in biotech, you invest in healthcare, it's super dangerous. When you invest in tech and you go buy Amazon, Amazon's the king. It's also very unlikely they get taken out very quickly, though I do think there's threats in this next decade, SE, Grab, etc. Barber obviously is not that great at implementing overseas. I think they really struggle outside the China market. That's my opinion. But if we're thinking about these, how do we buy them? We have to probably buy them within funds, within indices, because I don't want to sleep badly at night. You need to diversify these things. If you go all in CRISPR or all in TDOC or all in whatever else you want to buy in healthcare areas, the problem with that is that you're susceptible to one bad drug deal in CRISPR where it goes disastrous and your entire account basically blows up in a day, and you just don't want that. You just don't want that. Amazon needs to be regulated. The big problem with that I have buying tech, again, my opinion, do your own research, but my biggest problem the next decade is going to be tax. It's going to be tax loopholes, guys. I don't actually know if I can buy big tech again. I have big tech at the moment, and I own a lot of NAS. But the question is, do I want to continue owning big tech for the next decade when I believe they're going to get taxed? And when they get taxed, that's going to really hurt earnings. So if they're going to start, because realistically, the government's easiest way is to take tax from these companies. Like I got, for an example, Facebook. I told you guys about this yesterday. I got like a bill from Facebook. And that bill from Facebook says it in Ireland. They're not paying tax in Australia. They're paying tax in Ireland. So what if that gets loopholed and then all of the governments say, whoa, stop doing that? It's going to smash their shares around. And that's my main problem. As a shareholder, I see this threat and I wonder, is the growth worth the threat? What do you guys think? Tell me now. Let's read some of these super chats that are coming through here. We've got 5 minutes ago. Eka Aurora, Singapore, $2. Thank you, Eka. TA on millions of views, please. Have some SA Vino. Thank you very much. Millions of views. We'll get into the crypto in just a few minutes, guys. I know we do it early. Looks good. Looks good, dude. So pre-market's up pretty weak, but look, we've got a trough, we've got a peak, got a higher trough, getting a higher peak close out here. This looks okay. Looks okay. Not amazing. I mean, it's only a 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, it all looks fine. It's like the other day, Eka. I mean, when we look at this, together on the stream. I mean, there's nothing bearish about any of these signals. We've basically got nice looking patterns with nice looking breaks. That's going to go to 640. You'll see some decision at 640, and then hopefully the decision is up for you. So, yep, no, it looks so fine there. We've got Mohammed Al-Masari, AED, $25. Hey, Tom, love the content. Thank you very much. Love the content you've been putting out. Your TA and market insight is unmatched on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. Could you check out Facebook and CrowdStrike, please? Ooh, you know the companies I like right now, sir. Thank you very much for the donation. Yes, I think Facebook's still a sleeper in the big FANG stock kind of plays. I don't really particularly love Facebook that much, but it's got a good inbuilt market with some good money there. Welcome 1,202 viewers, by the way. Hello, guys. Great to have you here. 319.50. Nothing looks bad. We've got trough, we've got peak, we've got high trough, and then, of course, we've got the closure out. 330 seems in the limelight. However, I think there could be even more here on Facebook. If we think about ratios and stuff, this is more probably a fundamental play. I actually think Facebook was sleeping for quite some time. It's like a sleeping dragon. And the main threat here is, again, going to be government. It's, again, going to be tax. But it's not so much Facebook. It's the properties that they have other than Facebook. So you think about them increasing their ad costs. Their ad business is actually still fledgling. In fact, it's also crap. Like, if you ever try to use it, when you log in, it's confusing. It doesn't make any sense. And it's much, much harder to use, or was much harder to use. I haven't looked at the new interface than something like Google or even Bing, etc. So I think that this has a very good opportunity to go longer. And at this stage, it does look like it's into that 330. I think it could go. I think we theorized 350 was the next stop for it. Let's see how it traded around the 50s. So there's 249 first touch. You always want to know when these kind of bigger stocks, how they deal with 50s. So it stops at 300. So every 50 seems pretty good. 300, 220, okay. And then how did it deal with 200 the first time? Stopped 195, 150 the first time, stopped around it. So I think 350 is your target. Yeah. And that may not be insane either. And the reason I say this is because even back here, when it was putting in work going up, it's struggling around these kind of zones. So you see how it sold off that 100. I'm just looking at every 50 because of how it's interacted recently. 250 held back, 300 held back, strong move into it. And then, of course, now 350 would be the argument here for this one. Let's check out CrowdStrike. So I like CrowdStrike a lot. It's a good company. Had a nice breakout yesterday. Did a decent, strong thing here. So this has a good base on it, this old CrowdStrike. You can see here it's got triple bottom at the 180. Then you've got some resistance, and you kind of snapped all of that off when it got above 200. I think CrowdStrike is long, and it looks like it could secure 220 relatively quickly. Hopefully we can then get back up to the 240. This is a hyper stonk that is growing at a rate that is unmatched other than maybe Net, which is Cloudflare. And both those companies are incredibly competitive in this space. I believe this is still a growth sector, though I do worry about all of these companies if they ever drop the growth. Because when they drop the growth, it's all over and it can get crushed even though it's a great company. So TA looks strong on both of these, above all the moving averages here on the 2 hour. Let's have a look at the 4 hour for you. Yes. Above those mostly. Don't know if I care about the 200 too much. And then let's go to the daily. It's above those as well. So looking stronger. I think the 220 into 240 area is quite possible here. It is quite possibly. Midgley says Facebook is the worst. I hope they go bust, to be honest. Forgotten Era doesn't like Google. Facebook is corrupt. Okay, well, don't worry about what you think about the company. You've got to just think about, well, what's it doing? Now, you may say, I don't want to own Facebook, and that is absolutely fine. I will never own James Hardy. I'll never own it. I hate the company. I hate it because they killed my grandpa. I hate them. Okay, so there we go. I just won't own them. Now, are they a good company? Some people would like them. But you know what? The stuff they did with asbestos, I got no respect. So that's how it is. Eka Aurora, super chatted Singapore $2, TA on ZS. Remember, you don't have to own a company if you choose not to own it. You might see an opportunity and say, oh, I can make money from that. Or you may say, hey, you know what? Morally, I don't want to do that. And you may have your own reasons for anything, and I've got my own reasons for James Hardie. I just won't do it. I don't buy airplane companies. Do I care about airplane companies? I might even see an opportunity. I very rarely buy them. Very rarely. I think I can only name Qantas. I think it's the only one I've ever owned. I just have that rule. And you might as well stick to them, because if you can stick to your rules and you don't break them, you're probably a better trader for it. Okay, let's have a look here at Zscaler. Package software, okay. 170.73. It's down hard. Now, I know a lot of people love this thing, this Zscaler business. It is coming off base, so it was back where it was in March. And I guess this is the good news for all traders out there of the hyper stonks, is it's been rough. There's no doubt it's been rough. I mean, look at this. Massive fall-offs. I mean, this one's not huge compared to others, but still 30% fall-off. Then we go up and everything looks glorious, and then we go down. And this actually probably leads into our crypto discussion a little bit later throughout this video, because you get that massive fall, pick up, fall, shakes out everyone. Everyone is despondent. So how many of you have lost faith? How many of your friends have lost faith in hyperstonks? I would really like to see this. Qantas has never crashed, Kane says. Absolutely. But imagine if they did, Kane. Imagine if they did. Oliver Quinn says, I will never own P&G because of moral. Okay, fair enough, Oliver. Fair enough. Every time I'm allergic to CCP back companies. There you go. Under Armour. There you go. See, people have their own reasons why they don't want to own things. And I respect that. So if you stick to that rule, you know, some clients, like, they don't want to own gambling companies. That's totally fine. I get it. Tobacco companies. You can pick. You don't have to be in any one thing. But am I going to hate on you because you buy James Hardie or you buy something I don't like? Absolutely not. It's just how it should be. So ZS looks like it's basing. It's over 4 hour. Not as strong as the others. Maybe it's a hidden gem. I'm not sure if it is a hidden gem. It's all right, company. So 170, what is this? Like 172. It's very close to the breakout, but not quite there yet. Probably needs another good day to fire it up. Anyone see Snowflake? Now that's been firing on all cylinders. It's getting close to our 240 line. Can we get TA and Qantas? I don't think I've seen you do it before. There's a reason, Zerka. I just don't do it. I was quoting Rain Man, lol, says Kane. Oh, okay. I lost hope in crypto. I think we're in a bear market. I think crypto is pretty strong here. Gold bolting. Yeah, gold's doing well. We'll talk about everything. Don't worry, we'll cover it all. We haven't done Tesla yet, but we'll do that soon as well. I don't buy Lockheed. Fair enough. What was that thing? Net or crowd? For me, it's net, but that's only because, but it's riskier. Net's riskier. So this stock is riskier, but I feel like the upside, I like it because I really like this idea that they get people on the ground level by offering an amazing free service. And they've already got, I think, 10% of the internet is covered by net protocol. So what that means is that Cloudflare, when you go to websites and it says DDoS protection and it has like Cloudflare on it, that's on like 10% of sites on the internet because they offer an amazing free tier level. And I believe that sometimes when you offer free tier levels, people get this brand awareness, you get developers, and those developers come on and they say when they get jobs somewhere, they're going to be like, let's use Cloudflare. They were good to me, and I'm going to use their tech. So I actually quite like this company. You guys know that. I feel like that one's based as well. Strong kind of breakout recently. It's got good potential in it. It's obviously got much higher potential than its previous break. The earnings was, I don't think, bad at all. If you want to find out more about Cloudflare, you got to follow Muji, I think his name is, or Hyper Muji or something like that on Twitter, because he's pretty much all over it. He like lives, sleeps, and breathes this stock. That's all he does. He loves it. Loves it, he does. When others lose faith, it's a sign to buy. That's right, Slothbag. Let's scroll up here. Did we get any comments about whether people have lost faith in the hyperstonks? Dak Lavish says no. Okay. People are getting crazy on Tesla today. Is Tesla up a bit, is it? You guys feeling it, eh? It's only up 1.74%. But good news is above 600. 600 to the devil number, guys. 600 close, devil number. 666. This support here. Tesla could be a bit of a sleeper. Now, I find it like I feel like Wall Street's trying to say, hey, you gotta front up with some numbers here. But if you believe in the company, then yeah, once it closed above 600, it's kind of created a little base. And I'm glad that we were correct in identifying this candle as a false candle due to the fact it never went bearish. Just gapped underneath, never went bearish. That's why the close is the key. The close is the key whenever possible. Okay, let's have a look at this crypto. Then we'll get back over to hyperstonks. Then we'll get to gold and silver. We never forget about you guys and the rest. So, yep, 20 moving average. I'd love to see a close above that for Tesla on the 4 hour. So, Bitcoin, my God. Bitcoin. What can we say about this? It looks like a mess. It's a mess, guys. I've removed many coins because they were kind of taking up too many slots. But we've got ADA here. Now, what did we say yesterday about ADA, guys? Does anyone remember what we said about ADA? I'll sit here with my evil kind of hands because the thing is that we did say, I did not say, I said, damn, that move too quick, guys, and it was going to come back down. And that's what you've seen now. You've seen nasty take profiting. Let's use ADA as an example, in fact, because this is a great example of human dynamics of greed. So basically, it crashes off. Illiquidity event occurs. While we watched this live, we knew that every single one of the houses was down. Binance was down. KuCoin was down. Coinbase had broken. There was an explosion. And everybody couldn't get their money in fast enough. What's that going to do? It's going to create a hyper rush when the networks come back up and liquidity comes back up. And it was probably an opportunity. If you were sitting in Tether, we even said it then, this is false price. Now, where were you going to get it? I guess it didn't matter in hindsight because it all goes up in that period. But look, illiquidity, not being able to get in. When the networks came up 20 minutes later, it's always the same here. That boom comes through. That boom is met by a sell-off that scares the crap out of people. Some big whales we know came in at this point in Bitcoin at around 35K because we see the thing about crypto is you can see their accounts. So they started purchasing 10 million, 20 million units. I wish I was the big whale so I could have that much money in crypto. But anyway, then they purchase it up. It meets a new all-time high and the greediness begins again. What happens there? Everyone goes, damn, dude, I was buying down here a few hours ago. Guess what I made? I made like 60%. I made 50% in like 4 hours. I'm the best. Let's take some profit out because I'm scared of a reoccurring event that happened the other day. I'm scared of that. That then creates selling pressure. And it's that kind of mentality that really is going on right now in the market. It's quick money, quick paper hands. Paper hands. The amount of people hodling some of these coins is a lot less. So when you see those big ramps, they're followed by decently nasty shorts. And BTC is going to really lead us out of this. I mean, look at Ethereum. Ethereum's looking relatively weak. I mean, you come and look at these candles and you think, what the hell is this? This doesn't look like a strong market. It looks like a market that has absolutely no idea what it wants to do because, yeah, no one knows what it wants to do. It doesn't have clear direction in. BTC has no clear direction either. It's struggling with the 42,000 zone. If it closes above there, I think we're starting to see a sequence of events that's basically saying the bottom is in and we've gained confidence to move to the next level. And this could be a hyper stonk. It could be a commodity. It could be anything. During a big crash off though, in most things, maybe not crypto because the bulls are really here. If I saw that and it was gold, I would never buy it. I would never, ever buy it. Okay? And there's a good reason because we have seen that before in things like gold. We have seen that in other commodities and other stocks, and it gets destroyed. Now, if it was an index and I was investing, I'd buy it. I'd be like, let's go. Let's do it. Buy the dip. Hashtag let's get in. It's all good. It's all good and gravy when you're buying an index because if you half know what the news is, I mean, you need to know what it is. You can buy it, hodl that beast, and as long as you're buying it in cash with no leverage, you could be okay. Obviously, it might not go all in, but you're definitely putting in some pressure on it. The problem is with gold, it usually means a bigger downtrend is going to happen. Now, I think that crypto trades a little bit like a hyperactive tech stock in the US. it trades with bullish aggression that comes back in and people gain confidence. So what we need to do now is we need price action to give us confidence. And that confidence is going to come from big whale accounts purchasing here, which is already mostly known from people. And of course, closures above key zones. So I'm not convinced that Bitcoin is not going to just like fall over again. Maybe you are, but I'm not convinced that it's not just going to fall over again, because nothing here is telling me, oh yes, it's all great. It's just stabilizing with weak looking candles around this paper hand area of around 42,000. There is definitely some weakness here and people are selling. So it'll be very interesting next 48 hours over the weekend with not as much derivatives trading to see whether this thing breaks through 42, 42 and a half, goes towards 46, which is next level, and then 50, which is the level after that. I'll bring in one last thing on discussion of crypto here before we answer these super chats. Check out here the 50 exponential on Ethereum. Now, I did a live stream for everyone actually in the Discord before. I did a quick 20-minute kind of discussion, and I just said, look, this is such an interesting thing. So you have seen along this big bullish movement in Ethereum, 50 exponential, relative, I'd say it's like a 55 here, if you actually put it on, but 50, let's call it 50. Some purchasing off it, then suddenly it slams it down the other day after hyperextending. And then it hits the 50 and rejects twice, right off the 3,000. So do we know where the bulls come back in town? Yeah, it's going to be 3,000. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. So it's a super interesting level. And again, that's what I'm looking at. I'm actually thinking there could be another little bit of a drop here and then a pickup. And maybe there's one that actually spikes lower underneath one of the last lows. I do not think, based on current sentiment going out there, that people are over crypto. There's still a lot of people that are trying to get money back. And it does this kind of jump, drop, jump, drop. The question is, how long do we sit here? Most people are theorizing until June. Echo Aurora, we did ZS. Thank you very much. Lunchable Connoisseur, the Talcoin man himself. $10. Let me guess, it's going to be about Talcoin. Talcoin, baby. Ain't nothing like it. Some get confused, some get excited. You know when it dips, you know when I'm going to buy it. LB649 bill passed yesterday. There is still room in the rocket ship, Tom. Thanks a lot for all you do with some pictures of kangaroos and boxing gloves and beer. Thank you. Thank you very much, Launchable Connoisseur, formerly known as Triple T Rocks. I know who you are. Talcoin. He loves this thing. You must be rich off Talcoin by now. You know why he loves it? Because Talcoin, it went down, and I'm sure he was here. He was like somewhere in here. Let's say Lunchable Connoisseur bought Talcoin here. This is like Matic. The damn thing went up so quick. But I'll tell you this, Lunchable Connoisseur. You tell me honestly, do you feel good? Do you feel good about Talcoin right here to the bull side? At least for the next 24 hours. Do you feel strong? I don't feel strong. Maybe you feel strong, but I don't feel strong right there. It looks kind of nasty, man. That being said, 0.01 all the way back up. Like that's a phenomenal return. Let's look. Oh, God. I should have believed in your Talcoin more. Look at this thing. 288% and at the peak 321. Holy moly. That's some good returns on a pretty solid, pretty popular coin. Straight through. Yeah, I don't know about the zone. I feel like a little dippy. Little dippy maybe. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Trend line. Do we have a trend line? No trend line. Oh. Lunchable Connoisseur. I'm sure you know what you're doing. Vinay Reddy. Super chat $2. Hey, Tom. Can you look at shop? We certainly can. I want to do that in a second. Richard Rishangan. Super chatted $2. I'm with the Bulls and I'm in UVXY. Thoughts? #risk. Okay, we'll check it out. Lunchable Connoisseur says I'm waiting to buy again. So you think it's coming down? Next week, the bill goes to the desk. Cool. It's payday. It's time to my super chat for me, you, Tom. Thank you very much, Johnny. He catch the knife. Oh, Lunchable Connoisseur. He was snapping it up. He's like a little gator down here. Little gator. Just like, nom, 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 nom. Because he loves it. I reckon he probably sold every other coin, just bought Talcoin. He has no diversification left. There's nothing left. All right, let's go over to some other markets. We've talked about Bitcoin. We've talked about Ethereum. Ethereum's clearly got this 3,000 brick in it, and BTC's got this 42K brick in it. BTC will lead all other coins, and that's just the way it kind of goes. This is a great breakout here for Goldie. So gold is going strong, going ham as the dollar continues to weaken, no doubt. Where's our dollar index? Oh, dollar's just kind of floating around 0.12. But gold is coming through strong. This probably should break new high as well, you would think. So we go to the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. Held the 20 the whole time in the 4-hour. Not bad, not bad. And then I don't care about 1900. Some people will, but I don't particularly care about that zone. I go back in time and I think, is 1900 that important? Not really to me. I want 1960, baby. 1960. Look at it. I can see it lasering in on 1960. That's where we want to be. 1960 gold. I would love to see a closure today above this long leg doji to say decision made. This is the long leg doji, guys. The crazy wick candle of death. Look at it. Both ways. Indecision off the crypto day. Once we get through here, we should be able to start to make our swing moves up to the 1960. Is it going to happen in a day? No, crypto fam. It does not happen like that. Only you get that kind of action where you get 300% returns in 24 hours. In gold, it moves 0.5% per day. It's pretty boring like that. But I do appreciate everything that's going on with that one. Silver, long leg doji, double rejections as well here. Talked about this in today's video. I want to see a close above 28. I also want that for the weekly because guess what? We have never seen recently we saw 128.275, but look where it launched. We've never seen a close above 27.60 on the weekly. So I'd love to get a nice like 28 plus weekly close. Let's go down the 2-hour. Looking good. Maybe closure above 27.90 can lead us also higher. Good structure through this zone. Not too bad. Looks okay. Looks okay. US oil. Annoying. I want US oil above here, Johnny. For your ZOM, I saw you super chatted then. For your ZOM, we need to be above this zone. 63.12. None of this. 63.12, Johnny. Get it above so you can resume your uptrend on ZOM, on ExxonMobil. Underneath this level, yeah, sick. It's disgusting. I checked it today. I was disappointed. Let's have a look at the daily. I'll show you my disappointment face. It's very sad. No good, dude. So we need to get back above 63.30 kind of area ASAP on that one. Oh, we need to do Richard's super chat, but I'll just quickly read Dom's. Wait, I need to do Richard. No, wait, I won't. I'll read Dom's just because it's a massive super chat. Then I'll wait for yours, Johnny, and I'll go back and do Vinay's and Richard's. Dom, super chat, $25. Man, you're feeling it on Friday. Thank you very much, Dom. Give him a clap, guys. That's a big one. And give a clap to Johnny as well. $10. Always supporting us on the Friday stream. Charted Tesla a few weeks ago and saw a downtrend to 485-ish. Bought puts. I expect a bounce since nothing goes straight down, but market tells me the trend may be reversed. Should I cover? Thoughts? You know, I can't tell you exactly what to do, sir, but I can tell you that you're at kind of like a precipice point where you got to be really careful with Tesla because you know this thing can go hard. And I don't blame you at all for getting these in. I don't know where exactly you bought the puts. I mean, maybe you're already in money. Maybe you got it underneath the 660 because, of course, at this point here, we already thought this thing was going downtown all the way down. So it depends. If you like covered and... Tesla could actually go against the market. So you might have hyper stonks and you might have everything else going up. And because of this rhetoric change with Tesla, you actually could still see it going down. I mean, obviously, Burry's bet big against this. We know that. I'm a little concerned for a 600 plus close. I think that's probably one of the triggers that I'm looking at. It really depends on your situation, how much money you're up, how much you're down, how much expiry there is left in them. You've gone 485. I totally get it. There's a lot of degradation time on these though, so I'm sure you still get good premium for it because these Tesla puts are usually worth a fortune. And I actually don't I don't really like options on Tesla. It's too expensive, guys. It's so much. It's so expensive trading options. I like the boomer stonks that move up like 0.5%, so I can like predict the movement using TA that's going to create explosion and then get super premium. And what you guys are doing is you're like trading these things that move 10% in a day, and you're paying so much premium on the options. So 600 still my level there, Dom. I appreciate your super chat a lot. It's a good one. It's a great question. Maybe wait and see today's trading session. Let's see how the US 500 deals with the 4180 level. See what the close looks like. Maybe go through that. But again, expiry, stuff like that. I can't offer you more. I wish I could. UVXY discussion here from Richard. UVXY. This is, and then I'll get back and do shop. So this is the Ultra VIX short. So basically this is getting punished at the moment. I'm with the bulls and UVXY. So obviously you're shorting this? I don't know. I hate trading the VIX. I don't know why people keep trading the VIX. You guys love it. I guess it's those big percentage moves. Yeah. Not a huge fan. I mean, maybe if you're shorting it off, that's fine. If you're trying to buy it, then that is a recipe for disaster into bull cases. So yeah, the thoughts are here is I wouldn't really trade it, but if you're thinking about these VIXs, I mean, the VIX looks at set to open or to close below 20 this week with 2 big rejections. So it could be all over as fast as it kind of started. With the price action that we're seeing, with the lack of volatility that we're starting to see in the markets, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like trading the VIX that much. If you want to know when to trade the VIX, it's going to be you have to preempt a move based on TA. You have to believe, the bears are coming. Like, say you just believe May's a bad month and you just buy VIX. In itself, it can be a trade because look at the massive volatility that came through. Now, if you just buy VIX in August for September, which is historically a weak month, hey, it's an idea. It's an idea out there. So, yeah, sorry, Richard, but I hate this. I hate it. Too much on the roll, man. Shop is looking pretty good. Daily. It's looking pretty good on the weekly, but it's incredibly choppy. Like, we don't have any clear breakouts. It kind of looks to me like it's like kind of like Netflix. Like, you've got that support that came through at the 1,000. Now you're up about 20% on that. No closure ever above, 1,230. So maybe if that happens today, you can be more sure that the market's going to try to reprice back up to these extreme highs. There's nothing negative here about this stock, but see how like we go down, even if we go down to like a 2 hour, like you look at this and you go, what kind of pattern are we seeing here? We're seeing TA-able events. I mean, little closure above, that's horrible. Like, that's not what we want to do. It's just stuck in this range of ranginess until it hits past 1230. So 1230 plus, good. Then you can go towards maybe that 1450 kind of zone. But down through here, it's just like, yeah, boring stuff. Like very, very hard. Think about the left-hand side to get an idea of whether the right-hand side is going to give you opportunity. If it's going to give you opportunity. Again, Dom, thank you very much for the generous $25, bro. I do appreciate it, but the Tesla 600 is the break that I believe brings the 666 through, technically. Edgar Gomez, super chat $2. My good man, please check LB. Thanks and greetings. LB. Limited brands. Oh, footwear apparel. I see why you're a little bit scared. Yes. Little bit scared. Fair enough. Don't let it get under there, bro. 62.83. 50 exponential. Obviously not unheard of through this bull run. Very strong bull run. It's a very important level as well. You can see back in the 17 highs. Pays to go out sometimes. It's okay for now. I would like to see today actually being a positive day for you, just so you can hold this structure through here. But yeah, look, just underneath this, I would be incredibly scared, dude. Underneath this is incredibly scared. And maybe this is the type of thing that we're starting to see in this market. We're seeing the movement towards tech, the movement towards healthcare, hated sectors, and we're seeing a deduction or people just going, hey, whoa, this apparel footwear company, we pushed it like 300% in a few months. Maybe that was only a sugar rush due to special, I guess you would say, money across the world, checks in America, stimulation everywhere else. It's happened in Australia. Like everyone got free money. Well, we didn't get free money, but we got, if you were laid off your job, you got basically a minimum pension or minimum amount of cash. And people were withdrawing their 401k, as you guys know it, or super, and buying cars. What's happened? All these crappy cars, like WRXs, some people in Australia would be like, they're not crappy, Tom. But anyway, they've gone up like 200% in a year because of people taking, I guarantee it's because of people are taking super and they're buying it. LB here, yeah, 63, bro. Johnny Knoxville, super chat, $10. Thank you so much, Johnny. Appreciate it as always. Head down to the bottle o or the servo and grab a beer on me, Tommy. Foster's hand equal diamond hands. And now, Johnny, I'm going to say this to you right now, and people in America tell me, which beer should I drink on stream next week that comes from America? Guys, vote right now. Which beer? I can get quite a lot of beers here. Go to danmurphys.com. .com.au, I guess it would be. That's our most popular bottle here in Australia. And find me the American beer that I should drink on stream next week. I'm interested to see what you guys are. And hopefully it's not that Pips or blue ribbon. Is it going to be blue ribbon? No blue ribbon, damn it. Yannick Yevs? CHF $20. My God. Thank you so much, Yannick. Appreciate it. Clap for you, sir. Appreciate it, sir. Hey, Thomas, I bought Plug in September 2020 at $11 and sold it $70. Sweet. You're the man, dude. Hell yeah. You got like giant, you got a big brain. That's what you got, Yannick. Oh, I love it, dude. Yes, hyperextension. And I hope that you did this more than just gut feeling. I hope you guys are going crazy in the chat right now. I'll have to read it a little bit later. I'll check that out. Duff Beer. I think we get that here. Dogfish Head Brew. Interesting. So it has to be on Dan Murphy's, guys. I can't get your some of the beers in America. So this is a classic case of a hyperextended market. And I'm really glad to hear that you were smart enough to get out of it, Yannick. So look at this beast mode get out. I mean, you saw that. It hit 70, and it gave you the get out of jail free cards too, because you saw it come down. You even got to see it tip over. You even got to see it get underneath the 20 and the 50, which it was holding the whole time. So congratulations. That's a sweet get out. I like it. Now you say, I'm very interested in the stock. What are your thoughts at this point about Plug? Greetings from Switzerland. Well, you live also in a cool place in the world, so congratulations on that one. Very good. Okay. Let's have a look. This is my thought on Plug. Now, we've covered Plug a few times. It's hard to pick the bottom on stocks, as you would know. When did you get in? You got in at $11. So you didn't get the lowest of lows, but you got like a participation phase, and you did very, very nicely. So that's great. I'm looking for this price here. Now, I don't really know much about this stock. This is an electronic component stock. Maybe I should do some research on it if people like this one enough. I kind of feel there's no real trend lines here. I mean, you're just drawing crap, really, if you're drawing anything. But I do feel like it's rounded the bend when it gets past 30. And there's a few reasons. One of the reasons is we've obviously put a trough in. We've got a nice little sequence of higher troughs and higher peaks coming through at the moment. And I want to see it get through 30 so it can smash that last clear level. We've got support, resistance, resistance. I want to see it get through, bash it, and then keep going. Check out the daily here on Plug. Okay. Oh, yeah. It gets better, man. $30. Look at it. Support, resistance, 200 and a 50. They're sandwiches there. So that's going to be strong resistance. But if you close above that, I think that you're activating the weapon. Now, the question is, does Plug go back to 70? I don't feel like you can get that hyperactivity that's occurred through that January period again very easily. but you could have some meandering. But to expect this type of return again, I don't think so, bro. Like, that's no. But like something like this, you know, much, much more likely to occur. Where are we with time? We got 34 minutes till the market opens. Bitcoin's suffering. Ethereum's looking sucky. ADA sucks. So we won't go through the crypto. Sorry, crypto guys. You know that I just want that 42K to be blasted by BTC. I got the diamond hands on BTC, guys. Diamond hands on BTC. But I got no diamonds anywhere else anymore. No diamonds. My diamonds are gone. Read PNY. Super chat at $5. Please cover CD Projekt. We have found the bottom already. Or have we found the bottom already? Also, please cover Bitcoin Cash. It is highly correlated to Bitcoin. If it was highly correlated to Bitcoin, though, wouldn't it have already gone ballistic when Bitcoin had the first breakout? I'm not so sure it's correlated as much. Roger Ver's kind of Bitcoin Cash. But we will do both of them very soon, Reed. Thank you very much. We will. Now, let me go up here and check these beers. Maybe I need to put it in some kind of like thing. Oh my goodness. Look at you guys. You put so many beers in here. Not Pabst. Is that thing? That's the blue ribbon, yeah. I saw that on South Park. That didn't look good. Oh, people are saying Pabst. Duff beer. I think I've drunk that before. In Australia. Like we sell it here. I don't know why. Foster's is crap. VB only. GameStonk is clearly a Victorian. We got GameStonk. You might be a Victorian Bogan. I used to drink VB, so what can I say? Airbnb. Yeah, we'll check it out in a sec. Got some ideas on that one too. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Oh my god, am I going to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon? All right, I will drink that hideous thing. I will drink Pabst Blue Ribbon, and then we'll have a selection from the crew on which ones we're going to drink over the following weeks. Only Friday streams, guys. So I'll buy some Pabst Blue Ribbon. All right, we'll check it out. 4172 US 500 currently. Bitcoin 40,600. Let's do CD Projekt Red. The makers of the worst game ever. Cyber crapper. Maybe that's not fair, but it's pretty bad. Cyber crapper. Oh, what the hell? This is the stock. Oh my god, it's so bad. Every time we look at this, we just put knives in the chat. Guys, get the knives out right now. More knives are needed for CG Projekt Red. Have we hit the base? 125. I want somebody actually do the research. Can someone post this? Some gamer out there. Can you find out what games they've got in the pipe and whether they've got some way of... Because I assume that they're not going to be able to make enough money off their current existing titles. So I think the problem here is going to be we need another title to be coming out. It takes them a long time to do it. And I guess I feel like they're a great studio that made a huge mistake because of their shares. Because the share market made a bad decision for this company. So when they bought out Cyberpunk, they stuffed it up. And this is still a massive stuff up. And you've got to think, is there some kind of cash cow coming on the way? Because they'd be burning cash for years trying to get another game out. They ran into the hype and anticipation. They'll never quite run again like that. Never quite like this again. Never with Keanu Reeves kind of like getting around. So I'm kind of still looking at 125. I haven't seen any change in base formation here, man. I mean, you could argue, you get above like 180 and it's looking a lot stronger. But it's had plenty of times to go through. And I want to see good time frame, like maybe a weekly change. It's very close, you can tell, to trying to bottom. But why is it coming off this zone? Why 150? I prefer at 125. If you're taking if you're thinking I want to hold this for years, I can see why you're buying this level because it's getting close. I mean, how much percentage are we away? 30%. And obviously upside's huge, but it will never get back right there very quickly. So yeah, you've got to do the research on this one. You've got to find out about the games and recognize something before it happens. Bitcoin Cash was your other one that you want to do. Bitcoin Cash. Roger Ver's brainchild. Yeah. Nah. Bitcoin Cash has some bad kind of... It's kind of like... It's like how I feel about Litecoin. You can trade it, but look at the belt down. I mean, you really want this? Like, look at this. 70% decline. That's so bad. Like, not even like Cardano. None of the good coins did that well. Polkadot did a lot. But Cardano and others, they didn't go down that much. I think my big problem here is I don't believe it is fully correlated. I do think that it's kind of on a supporty zone. But Bitcoin Cash is a classic example of something that goes late cycle. And last time around, it went 3,400 or 4,000 or something in like 2 days. And went like that. It was insane. And then it just kind of crashed off. So I don't really think there's anything here that's of note. I'd just be looking at BTC still. BTC, Ethereum. Whatever the two big ones do, the gold, silver, we won't even call them that anymore. The double combo meal deal. The double combo meal deal, if it's not breaking new highs, Bitcoin Cash can't come along to the party. It's just got too much weakness in it. Arty Party, $3. Whoa, wait a second. I'm missing someone. Derek 4 with 1,000,000 zeros. Hi, Tom. I want to get your thoughts on TTD. Oh, yes. Entered at 510 and wondering if I should get more. Also, best beer I've had in the US is Blue Moon. Get it. Okay, I'll write some of these down. Okay, so right now we've got Pabst Blue Ribbon. My God. So think about it. If I drink this over a year, I'll have 52 worldwide beers drunk on Fridays. Okay, so Pabst Blue Ribbon, and I've got Blue Moon. All right. We'll go with you, Derek, because you've given me that one. Okay, TTD. You bought some at 510. Okay. A little bit of base. Nice. A little bit of decision. Look at the volume. Sneaky devils. Oh, they're sneaky. They've been buying. They have been buying. Look at them. Yes. That volume increase makes me think there was someone buying some little extra tidbits. Check out the volume, guys. Not much volume. Extra little bits of tidbit volume right around here. So I think this could definitely fill the gap up to 600. I'm not sure why it was ever this much money. Maybe the trade desk is like the sweetest company ever, and I just don't see it. I don't do any TA. I have not done any fundamentals, on this one. It makes a good sense level, and more importantly than that, let's take the full fib, because this is what I'm thinking about the hyper stonks in general, and I forgot to do it before. You take the fibs of the whole move. They're right in the zone, guys. 61.8. You're talking about a decline that is as bad in a few weeks in some cases that the entire tech bust was for some companies. Wow, that was pretty bad, the tech bust. But, you're getting some serious declines here. And to 61.8 fibs, like holy moly, like most people have been buying 38,250. You guys know I love this level. This is where I eat the stock. I jump in here and I go, num, 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 num. Ideally. In this case, it went underneath through that earnings period. So I do think it'll fill the gap. 600 seems quite likely. I got problems at 600 for you. But if you get through 600, then yeah, why not? Why can't it go back to the 750? So basically, these are the levels I would put in my chart. And I'd just be like, yeah, feels good. Let's get to 600. Let's get past 600. If we do, get 750. Not bad. Decide whether you want to keep it or not. That is a breakout, and that is decent volumes. More volume than there should be for such small candles. A lot of buying and selling and nasty Wall Street stealing, I reckon. Arty Party Super Chat, $3. Tom, platinum breaking below trend line. Sleeper? Yeah, platinum sucks. Why does platinum suck so bad? Not below trend line just yet. But this sucks. Yeah, could it be a sleeper? We got it over here on the stream. I remember that. And I had a look at the other day. I was looking for a clean break up here. And we never got that long leg doji takeout. Which, because I wanted to buy that. I did actually. Ooh. Tell you what. Above here. This makes sense to me. You've got your trend line still holding. I'm not going to bet on the trend line this time around though. Because I don't like these candles I'm seeing. So I want to see it above here. What is this? 12.12 with a closure on the daily which would send signal to us 12.45, which then could be the sleeper hit arty party. So I don't mind the fact that it's back here, but I want to see more. We're not getting that strong rejection like last time. We're not getting an engulf like last time here. We're getting a nasty looking candle, and I want to see the nasty looking candle be reversed. Also, sorry about the stupid Streamlabs thing. I don't turn that on. It just does it. It goes crazy. Okay, so that's my thoughts, arty party on that one. Mike H, Super Chat, $4.99. Please look at SNES, pest control stock. SNES. I believe rats are going to overrun major cities soon. I like that, dude. Really? This is a pest disease stock? So please look at SNES, a pest control. I believe rats are going to overrun major cities soon. That might be the coolest idea I've ever seen to buy a stock. So you think that those big New York rats that we always hear about, see, you guys think from America and overseas that we have kangaroos in our back, we ride them to school, got drop bears in the forest. That's true. We do have drop bears. I can confirm large drop bears when you go through the jungle. They just drop out, like bang, onto you. Like spiders over here, those things. But other than the drop bears, you guys have big rats in America. In New York. Supposedly there's giant rats. Now, Mike H here thinks that big rats are coming and he wants to buy SNES, which is hilarious. So let's go across here. 140. The stock is super bizarre. I'll give you that. Like, what the hell happened here? Did they have a good rat control kind of thing? This cannot be the company, surely. SNES Tech. Okay. Yeah, you are happy about one thing. This could be a very easy double bottom. Once you get through 170, man, 170 close, I could see bullish movement, and you know that there's some strong kind of levels up here. You don't ride kangaroos to work? Mind blown, says Elegant Aware. That's right. I would love me a koala. How much does it cost? Go to my parents' farm. There's usually one there. They're very loud. Very loud, very annoying. The male koala, it skitzes at night. If anyone's from Australia and has ever lived near a male koala, they skits. And they're really dumb. They get dumber as they go older because they're basically drunk all the time. So they get stupid. Anyway, double bottom here. Yes. 170 close is what you're looking for on your pest control stock to stop the nasty rats. I kind of want to come back to this one later. Vulcan Gossman. Super chat $5. Thoughts on bets? BETZ. Roundhill Sports Betting Company. So it's probably been running too hot. Let's have a look. Weekly. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Where are we at with American sports gambling? I don't know, actually. This is not an area I am strong in at all. So in Australia, we spend the most amount of money gambling on sports. We just do. I think it's like or gambling in general. I think it's like $1,600 per person per year. Now, considering I don't even come close to beating that, then that means that somebody else is losing like 3 Gs or betting 3 Gs. So look, with bets, I assume this is sports betting, iGaming. Is it going to have is it got an online presence? I don't know. Technically, we can only look at it that way because I have no idea about this company. What is this? Horizontal support. It does look like it's trying to break out again, but you know this is right on resistance. So 30.30 is right on resistance. I think you've got two strong scenarios here. One strong scenario is you get above that price there, $33. And another strong play would be closure above these, pullback, pick it up, take it into there. Good luck on this, but I don't know where you're at with these stocks. DK, I knew you'd say that, somebody. DKNG. Yes, DraftKings. Oh, I didn't know it got beaten down so hard. Wow. I thought DraftKings could do no wrong. I remember looking at it over here and I laughed at everyone. I did. I saw that and I thought you're all going to lose money. You noobs. And then it went on, kind of got $70. It's right on support. So it's the right kind of level. This one, now even Australians know about this company. So this company's got a strong name, and I still think it's got strong potential. It's got nice consolidation going through it. I'm not sure exactly how much it's worth in the future or the market's worth and whether it's still overhyped, but I kind of prefer it down here. This is the kind of thing you want to see. Nice little consolidation kind of thing going on. Could be a little sleeper. Where's this? $45. Okay. So $45. Okay. I think if you get above 45, you might even clean up that gap. It's at the right area for it to be finding consolidation. Wait for the close. Maybe there's some specialness in DKNG as well. Thank you very much, Vulcan, again on bets, but I cannot tell you no more. More and more universities are giving scholarships on esports. It will be big, I think, says Gotham Bags. No, really. Bets is an ETF? Oh, is it? Sorry, guys. Oh, it's an ETF. Okay. iGaming. How profitable are iGaming companies? Not a field I would buy. But then again, I would barely buy sports teams. Like, unless they were like the NBA or they had that like kind of, worldwide appeal. So NBA I always thought was a good purchase. Mark Cuban was smart on that one. Especially getting into Asia and China and stuff. It was just such a domination. But iGaming, my biggest problem with iGaming is I love the industry. I mean, where it's come from World Cyber Games to where it is now, amazing. But my issue is, we've got a couple of games out there right now. You got League of Legends, you got Dota, you got Counter-Strike's kind of dying because Steam frankly sucks at the moment. And then you've got Fortnite's dying out. So the problem with iGaming or e-gaming or whatever you want to call it is that these giant games are either really old and they're going to be superseded one day, or when a game dies off in popularity, it kind of kills that company. And that's my problem. Like NBA, you're playing basketball. You're always playing basketball. So you can expand through the knowledge of that sport and the interest in that sport. iGaming, there's always something new around the corner. And that's my main problem. I'm scared of it. Quality, yeah, that's right. So BTC 4070, just do a quick check around these markets. Ethereum 2670. Unfortunately, I don't believe the bulls are back in town hard until we get through 3K on ETH. We are 16 minutes off Friday open. And we also have, what else have we got? What have we done so far? I think we've gone through everything we needed to go through. But let's just dial in on some stocks and we'll do the super chats. Let's have a look at the pre-market as well. See what's going good. Do we have any stocks that are going good? Nvidia up strong, 606 again. Nice. Trade Desk is up as well. Congratulations there. Spotify, Square, Tesla, other companies, DocuSign. I want to look where DocuSign is. I don't like this company. Praise. I don't understand DocuSign. I don't understand it. Let's go Zoom. What the hell is Zoom's code again? God, I haven't even looked at it. Is it ZM? There it is. Nasty ZM. Wow. God. Wasn't that a terrible fall from grace? Look at it just slowly dying. Still not one. I think there's much better companies than Zoom out there. Teams, Microsoft kind of dominated them. Let's talk footy clubs. Yeah, that's right. We'll get some more super chats here. Dina M, $5. Tom, can you give me your thoughts on Futu? Sure. Futu. So just to make sure, this is the company. Just to make sure. Futu's the share trading thing, yeah, that gave away Apple. Is that right? Is that what this thing is? Nice. Anyway, we'll just do the TA. It's nice support. 4 hour. Let's give it 2 hour. Okay, 2 hour. Needs to get a little bit higher. Let's kind of just break this resistance. I don't want that to happen to you again. So there's a lot of stocks like this at the moment. So 129 plus close. I think that's pretty strong. Then you should go up here to the 140. And then you can maybe go up to the 160. The 160 as well. I'm looking for a closure above 130 for you. Not bad. Not bad. Looks good. DKNG is a strong buy, says Scott Morgan. Ah, interesting. Time to buy DKNG, says Britsu. So you guys have got the strong levels there on DKNG. Hey, it wasn't bad. We just looked at it. Not too bad. 4-to-1 stock split for NVIDIA. I think it means less now, Kevin. So even if that news is out, the thing about 4-to-1, like, I don't really get it. It used to mean something because normal people could go buy a stock and it would actually go up. And we saw that happen with Apple as well last year. But nowadays with fractional shares, I think it means a lot less than it used to mean. I think it means a lot less. Alpha T, boohoo. What do you think of that? All right, let's have a look. Boohoo. Boo Group. 2 hour daily. Whoa. That is... Ugh. Oh my God. I would not TA this, man. What the hell is this? That is horrible. No. Just no. The problem... that's good. That's good. Okay, if I look at this in its entirety, terrifies me. It's like the most random thing ever. The good news is that was a great kind of candle, and you're getting follow through here. So I guess your 360s in play for this stock. But the rest of it is horrible. And it found support on the last point. It's also got that nice movement above. Everything's looking okay there. Everything's looking okay there. All right, guys, before we keep reading the super chats, you know what time it is. 1,538 viewers here. Thank you so much for joining us here on Friday Market Open. Let's now do the thing that we always do, which is, of course, get a little bit hyped here for the movement into the Market Open. Let's just quickly bring it up. We'll get the party started. Intro 10. My God. It's Friday. Well, thank TGIF. All right, let's do it. Where the hell's this? Is it twisty? No. Oh my God, that would have taken my hand off. All right, we've got our beer. There we go. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for a great streaming week. Let's do it. Not bad, this beer. It's Hugard. It's a good one. Very good. Nice. All right, next week, Pabst Blue Ribbon is coming on. Cheers, everyone. That was very nice. Now, it's time for us to vote as a community as well, what we're going to have on the charts. Guys, I'm not going to necessarily put Tesla on there today, so you guys are going to have to vote for it. Let's watch this Nasdaq come in. I'll pick the index. You guys pick the other three. Do it now as a community. Together, you will decide what we're watching into the open. We are going to watch the US 100 to get started, though. Can you do gold 2 to 5 long term? Or 2 to 5 years? I think gold only has 1 more year in it. Maybe less. Maybe 6 more months. Look at the 2011 cycle. Look at the way that it traded. And same with silver. You know, people that think 6K gold, 10K gold, I think they're mad. The big society will not allow it. I think it should be a lot higher than it is now. But yeah, it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. So my feeling is that they're going to corrupt it and it will never get quite there. And I also think the cycle is going to be similar to 2011 where it has that big run. I'm hoping for silver back to close to 50. So that would put gold well over 2,000. 2,200, 2,400. When you get people in the articles and they're like, hey guys, we're going to get like $5,000 gold. Run away. When some guy with a giant beard that looks like he's homeless comes out and he says to you 10K gold, you know it's time to run. You know about the giant homeless. There's a lot of homeless gold traders. They got that glint in their eye. They're crazy glint. You know, you see it and you're like, oh, no. I don't trust that guy. AMD, okay. It looks like AMD is going to win in. Tesla is going to win in. My God, it always wins. So much. Is Harry here? Tesla Harry, are you back? I'm missing Harry. You guys were mean. You kicked Harry out. What happened? Poor Harry. Dogecoin. Durgash. Oh, man, you got bad last name. You got hard last name to pronounce. Hardende. Dude, I butchered your name, but thank you so much for joining the Stonk Squad. Bring us to 184 members in the community. We're so close to the 200. Guys, we're so close. How are the hops, Tom? Good hops. It's good stuff, man. This is good beer. I actually think Hoegaarden's one of the most underappreciated beers. Takes me back, bro. Takes me back. I'm late to the party today. No worries. We deserve the beer together, even though it's probably 9 a.m. for you guys. So it looks like the votes are in, and you guys have mostly voted for the same things you vote for every day. Amazon could be one we should look at together too. Let's have a look at that stock right now. PLTR. I think I deleted all those crappers from my little list. PLTR. All right, let's watch it. Palantir. Oh, it's taken over the screen. 4 screen. There we go. Palantir can stay here. We'll put that on a 3-minute chart. Why not? Look at our AMD. Oh, 78.64. Buyback was strong. And then, of course, Tesla 596 and everything else. 7 minutes to go. Let's do that other super chat and then get into some other stocks that we're looking at right now. We won't use that. By the way, if anyone's got a good VBR left-hand volume kind of indicator, share it with me in Discord. I want to share it with the community. So if you've got a good one, let me know what it is and we'll share it through. So this is from Sridhar Reddy, $5. Thank you very much. Hi, Tom. Thoughts on SLB, please. Does sector rotation have any effects on its price? What are the advantages of joining FX Evolution? Thank you very much. All right, so I guess I'll just quickly start with the advantages of joining us. It depends if you want to buy the course. Look, I always think of the course as it's kind of a culmination of everything we've learned. It's a business strategy, effectively, with a full plan in place. So it gives you the right methodology, the right uses of things. None of this subjectivity crap as much with TA, because obviously it's subjective. Still, you're looking at statistics. So it kind of like speeds up your learning curve and gives you a great business plan to stick to. The other thing is we have the best online community around, guys. Look at this online community. This thing is a beast. So most people just see the top up here. But when you scroll down, you'll see we create content with my business partner every day of the week. Then we've got private member chats. We've got weekly Q&As. We've got stock market indices, crypto, currencies, forex, commodities, real estate. Well, it's all there. So you also get access to that when you become a full member. So I guess that's good. Now, SLB, does this get affected by rotation? Oil field services and equipment. Well, I mean, everything will get affected by rotation. I mean, this thing here will probably be suffering for quite some time. Oil field services and equipment. This industry is clearly getting crushed. It has been doing so. I think probably the big crush was from 15, 16. Yeah. Similar to Australian companies. All these service providers, they got smashed. So yes, it will get hit up. However, it's going to get hit up with the energy price more than anything else. So oil stocks are different. They're popular in rotation, but really it's just about oil price. Oil price, and then whether they're really lowly PE valued to the oil fields compared to where they've been in the past. So I'll show you a chart on Monday that's going to show it. Basically, you can look at average PE over time for a company. It's kind of like looking at average P to S, and we really should be doing average P to S of some of these hyper stonks. Let me see if I've got one. All right, I'll give you one. Let's see if I can get one right now. I think Y charts have them. Everyone has them. Okay, so here's a great example, all right? So this is P to S of TDOC. And, you know, people say, oh, I hate TDOC. And rightfully so. But there's been some points, like in February, you know, if it's at 24, is that overpriced? Hell yeah, it is. But is it underpriced, potentially at 11? Hell yeah, it is. Look, it's been under its average point, especially recently, has been much higher. So maybe TDOC is actually a bit of a buy here with an 11.55 ratio. Always use this idea, and we should be doing it more on the live stream. I apologize. We will do that more because we need to look at average. We've been looking at so many new stocks that we don't necessarily have a good history of it. But yeah, oil fields like this will trade that way. We have 4 minutes off. We'll get into it. This is good breakout. So you broke above 30. Any pullback here should be met by buyer demand. So this looks good. And hopefully you get to your $40 price target, which I'm pretty sure where you're looking at. Nice series of higher highs, higher lows, or higher peaks. And once it got through this 30, I think that's incredibly significant for this stock. Okay, here we go. So we got the US 500 opening up a little bit green here today. And we're at 0.42% up. Any pullbacks, like we can always expect a pullback. 13,400 should be met around that level by buying demand. I think this is fairly strong. We are also going to open the US market at 41.76. So that's right around that resistance peak. So maybe we should be watching that one. See how where it is? Now we go to an hour chart. And what you'll notice is that just a few days ago, we were finding resistance around here. So the last sequence of bullish pressure to be broken is going to be a 41.83 plus. And I think that's where the bulls fully take complete control of this market again. Teslas are everywhere here in the UK. Dude, they're here in Australia too. It's like a plague. There's a plague of Teslas driving around. So Tesla fans should feel good because they're coming. They're clearly selling. These are shiny Teslas. My next door neighbor's a psycho on Tesla. He's got all Porsche. He had all Porsche, and now he has Teslas. He bought Teslas. Every one of his Porsches he's replacing with Tesla. That's crazy. He's in pharmaceuticals. Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq 13,555. So 2 minutes to go here till we get open. Tom, I'm going to Australia to give you some Blue Moon and Fat Tire, all made in Colorado. Sounds good, man. I heard you guys have good beers over there. We have some pretty good beers here in Australia. Tom, can you look at Piton? Yeah, fair enough. We can have a quick look at Piton. Piton. I can't believe Piton gets back so fast, but anyway. Look at the stock. Piton. Is it a problem zone? $100. So support, resistance. You guys know that I like the kind of peak trough, higher peak here area. Oh, it's in a really critical zone. I don't know about this 100. I mean, we closed yesterday 146. Is that enough for me? I kind of want to get like above here. I don't like this company, by the way. It's not because they're not good. It's because I just don't see the demand being like here. It kind of reminds me of like the Ab Cruncher 2.0 or something. I know they're better than that. But yeah, look, check this out. Bam. Get above that, dude. Get above that. Yep. And it lines up. Perfect. Yes. That's where you need to be. You need to be 105 plus to feel good about this company. Ab Cruncher 7.0. LMND, yeah. Here we go, guys. We've opened up. All right, let's get the opening bell. Oops. Wall Street opening bell. There we are. Congratulations. We made it to the session. Friday open has occurred. We're sitting at 41.79 straight on the market open. So if we go over to the SPX now, the real market or SPY, you'll see how close this is to cracking a new high. It looks like we're doing some nice greens here early in the morning. 0.47 for the US 500 initially. Friday close, always an important point. If we close strong into the Friday, it generally means bulls are full command here and Wall Street is ready to go new levels. PLTR is doing its normal thing. We open up, then it goes down. You look at a daily chart, you'll see what I mean by that. This thing is the well-known open and then go down. Look over here. Oh my God. So crazy how much it did it. So PLTR, I only care about the close. Everything else is kind of a joke. 21.30 is the close you need there. Tesla opens 593 testing that 600 probably throughout the session. And again, S&P 500 right at the 4178. Let's load it up and see what's going on. Bitcoin users be happy, 41,158. That's up 600 since the start of the stream, kind of hovering around that area. And every other one of the coins is still pulling off a little bit after paper hands came through. Okay, let's click it. Nvidia up 3.3%. Supposedly it's doing a split. Who knows why? CrowdStrike, great stock, up 2%. Square up 1.7. Nice. Good work, Square. Let's get above the actual technical there, which I think is about 210. We need to break 210 to actually show some strength. Zoom video, whatever. Tesla, good. Down. Let's see if banks are in here. Where are the banks? Alibaba. Ugh. That stock. Ugh. Not buying those at the moment. SE down. Strong day yesterday, though. No banks. Okay. Thought we might be seeing some banks in here. Interesting. And then we'll go to the other ones. Oop. Speculation stocks. Percentage changes. We've got Sundial. Ugh. Then we've got Churchill, Bitcoin costs. Remember, if you want these ones, I'll open a room. You can request some stocks that we'll put in the speculation list. I'm going to clean this one out over the weekend because there's some stocks in here. Like, why are we even following some of these? I don't want to follow Zemedia. Peloton down 0.44 at that 100 resistance. Mara and others. What? Anything good? Nothing good. Nothing good there. So S&P 500 continues its way up. Let's have a look at the Nas. Nas, a little bit of fall off there, at least initially. Was up more before. But the S&P is moving through. And when we go down to these stocks, we've got Twitter. Twitter actually very close to a breakout there. Net up 0.56. Square up 1.5. T-Doc coming through a little bit. Airbnb. Now, I said I'd do that one before. Let's load up Airbnb. Okay. Here's the problem with this. It's a damn IPO in America. And every tech IPO sucks for 12 months. Now, how long have we been here for? 10th of December to now. Not 12 months yet. That's unfortunate because I did some quick searching. Oops, we don't want teams. I did some quick searching. Where are we? I think I bought it up. Ah, here it is. Okay. And what we have here is basically Google Trends for Airbnb in the US. And you can see it's trending nicely. Let's refresh this. This was probably 2 days ago. Let's refresh this little search. Airbnb. So you can see it's actually spiking up hard. And this is May 16th to 22. Now, we know that in the US, usually we're only... Where are we? We're about here. So we're somewhere around here. Now, we're beating that out. So that means that Airbnb is incredibly popular. Now, we know in America, it is expensive to hire cars because the fleets are smaller. And it is also expensive, very expensive to get Airbnbs. In fact, if you look at the breakout terms, check this out. Well, not that one, but Airbnb with pool, Airbnb near me, Airbnb experiences. How old do you have to be to rent Airbnb? There you go. So, and they're all in Florida. Heaps of people going to Florida, it looks like. So the way I look at this is that we're actually beating out the normal year, which means that the searches here on Google are so hard and the demand is so real, and I would expect this across all of the northern hemisphere, that possibly it's a bit of a sleeper. And I don't like buying sleepers when I haven't seen enough yet. But let's say we get a bit of a turnaround here and we get back above 142. 170 in the sights? Could be. So Airbnb's forming base. Volume is actually surprisingly high. Look at the sneaky volume. Look at that sneaky volume. Why is this volume so high? What the hell? So much volume. Earnings, huge amounts of craziness going on. And that is a sign that tells me someone is accumulating. Someone is buying down here, guys. Poor Fury says, fake out in tech for sure. You really think it went 150 points fake out? I'm not so sure about that. Airbnb or whatever is primed to buy, says Dave. Perfect knife catch. It is at the right kind of area for the knife catch, yeah. It is at the right kind of area. So tech here comes down a little bit early in the session. You can see that it's down about 0.25 from its breakout that happened just before. When you're talking about where this can go, I think that you still have full bull command even down to 13.4, and 13.4 is still full bull command. We still have targets here. Remember, it's not going to be that initial necessarily sugar rush that comes through. Look at the S&P today to see if it can get through 4180 with a closure early, because that's going to be very significant. Tesla 600, nothing changes. Palantir 2130, nothing changes. AMD, meh. It's just basically doing great because, of course, they're buying back shares. Price that you need for for AMD, something like an 80 plus close. And the rest is doing, I think, relatively well. Nothing really bad here. BTC fans, 42.5 closure over the weekend. And Ethereum, 3,000 plus. All right, guys. Have we got any more super chats that I need to answer? I don't think so. Again, Durgash, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for all the super chats. We've made it to Friday together. We had a pretty tough week this week. We saw some unbelievable crypto moves, unbelievable line manipulation with lack of liquidity, showing again why sometimes it's nice to have a centralized market when you're talking about putting your life savings in something. Other than that, what is going to happen next week? We'll be coming straight at you with a video over the weekend, of course, discussing our thoughts on today's session. I'll buy me some blue ribbon. My God, help me. I'll buy some of that for next week. And of course, I will enjoy and finish this beer off right now. So thank you so much for joining us Friday. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you Monday. I'll see you on the weekend. And yeah, many dollars for all of you. Hopefully you guys can make it. Catch up. That's right, Dave. Volume spikes accompanying reversals. That Airbnb volume is huge. I'm going to check that out. Fane Collins says, I'll be back. No worries. All your bases belong to us. Wow. That is a very nerdy comment there, HE. And I get it. So that means I'm a massive nerd. All right. See you, everyone. Bye. Don't buy blue ribbon. I'll buy one. One. What's this? Darren says, Tom, you're beeping on Tesla. You said it's 600, bro. It's not even close to 600. That's why we want your opinion, right? What do you mean? I want it to close above 600 for you to go bullish again, not 600 itself.